What up? We're back for
I was going to say the slipstream. Oh, getting bad at this.
No.
On the loose. Yeah. What a wonderful weekend we have in front of us. This is going... Is it Friday night? You're putting these up now, isn't it?
Yep, it will be.
Mr. Andrew's taking the reins of the sorting out our shows and getting up because he's a ledge.
I'm so much more organised, so I'm much better.
Yes, I have the personality and the flair.
But I have the organisational skills. Quite
I wouldn't
clearly.
go that far, mate, because I know your organisational skills and they're not that much better than mine.
Still better, though. That's the key element.
It can't get worse. I'm having to try really hard. It's just not easy. Not easy. Yeah, anyway, so this is going up Friday night, which means I was going to say what time? What time is it during the day in America when it's here? It's before, wasn't it?
Yes, it's roughly like 8 hours in.
So
Central, I think.
Will Nitro have started before this goes up or not? That's the question, mate.
I don't know, because I don't know what time it starts. This goes up at 7, so...
Yeah, I can't remember. Possibly not.
Oh, well.
It will be like one of those... here we go. So, it is 1 p.m. United States.
So, no. Well, where in United States is it?
24th, which is Utah. So,
It's
United
relatively
Kingdom,
central.
9 p.m.
So, no, it won't.
No, then. Well, that's good. They got it in Sportsmax are doing it in the Caribbean as well. Very nice. So, after this show, there will be some Nitro Rally Cross to go. I'm going to have a little chat about that, but before we do that, I want to focus on the British this weekend. It's Knockhill. And yeah, so everybody will be going up there now. Everybody will probably be there, I'd have thought, by now. I put a bit of a preview article up on Downforce, which I'm sure Mr. Andrew will put in a link below if I send it to him.
Yeah, I will indeed.
And I wanted to have a look with you all of the Knockhill track, because what I've noticed when I've sort of talking to some of the drivers and actually thinking about it, the British hasn't, or the 5 nations of the British, hasn't been there for quite a few years. I think the last round they had was 2014. So there's a lot of drivers. If you haven't sort of done the BTRDA over the last few years, you've probably never been to Knockhill, or even, so as fans as well, you won't have possibly seen that much. Knockhill's a great track. It was one of the first ones I saw when I kind of come across World Rallycross and was trying to find more about it in the UK. And it was a BTRDA with Dave Goddard on the comms, and it blew my mind. It was so good. So I thought, we'll have a look at this little track walk. So I thought that'd be quite cool. Knockhill have done one with... why am I so rubbish at just clicking buttons, mate? It takes all of my...
It's like the pressure just gets to you, isn't it?
It really is, isn't it? So, yeah, here we go.
Let's go and have a little look at the circuit guide for the 5 Nations Rallycross Championship.
Hope you can all hear this. 5 Nations
British Rallycross Championship arrives at Knockhill.
I can.
Easy for you guys to give you a flavour.
Good enough for me. So, have you been to Knockhill?
Now, normally
nope.
I'm going to end the next month for BTRDA.
Around Knockhill for your best spectator opportunity. You can still do that to a certain degree in the Duffus Dip area, because then the main place you want to be spectating from is on the inside of the circuit. You can see around about 70%.
It's really cool. You see this here is a proper hill coming down.
Dip. It's normally a very quick
as it comes down this right
to Leslie's and then McIntyre's. A great flowing
really drops down. It's
into that first corner and into that chicane-like thing.
And because it's on a little left, it kind of unsettles a lot of cars as well.
It's normally that left-hander which leads
towards so you can see how they're coming light and then having to cut
and starts your journey along the inside of Knockhill.
Quite a tricky, cool little corner, I think. I quite
so
like
turn
that
to
corner.
Leslie's, which takes you onto the rallycross track. There's two different types of surfaces you can see here. We've got the concrete on the
I was
inside,
thinking
around
then
the
that's not a
racing line.
corner. What are you
No.
looking
If you
at?
stray
But it's
just a wheel or
rallycross,
two
isn't it?
onto the outside of that, you're
That's,
going to end up
yeah.
on the loose surface.
So that's
and
it.
gonna
I
pull the
like
car
as well.
off
You've got the
the
two,
racing line.
the
Ultimately, as a competitor, you might
the
lose
two
positions around the
surfaces there,
rallycross
which is
track.
quite tricky.
A great
Concrete's
place
not
for spectating. Still the outside of
not
Dovey's Dip,
particularly
but
grippy
also
either.
the inside.
No,
You
yeah.
get really close to the action
So
here.
I
You watch
know
the cars coming
every
down the
time
hill,
I've watched
and
like
start their journey again
BTID
along
stuff,
that
there's
rallycross
always
track.
incidents at that corner.
This is where the supercars will
Now,
really come alive.
this
You've left the
is
nice
insane.
smooth tarmac and the concrete of Leslie's,
Oh.
and you've come onto the loose surface.
That's nice and
It's
smooth at
very
the minute.
hard packed, the loose surface, so it will generate
It
quite a lot of
gets
speed.
insane.
Big steep hill behind me as well, so the
How
cars are going to
bumpy
be
that
generating
gets.
speed all the way around the rallycross
I remember
track
watching some
until they come back
onboards
on
last
the
year.
racing surface at
Yeah, in
Hislop.
fact, I
When we were
think in one of
talking
our
about
racing shows, wasn't it? I
Just
played
up
one.
there on the hillside,
Yeah.
you can
We were
watch the
just
cars
like
flying along the inside
kicking
here,
up and going
from the
crazy.
supercars all the way down through every class.
I mean, that there, when you think, especially
At
the
the end of the
speed of some
rallycross
of these
track,
guys.
this is where the circuit's at its
You know, if you
widest
take
point.
super
And if you look
modified,
at the actual
super
track
retro,
itself, if you're on the
1600s,
inside, you're on the
supercars.
inside of a nice bit of banking, so the cars will be able to take
And
a
it's
lot
full
of speed
tyre
round
wall,
there.
so you hit
If you're on the
them.
outside, like
It's,
my golf buggy,
you
you're
know,
probably going to end up where the golf buggy's parked, and that's in the tyre wall. That's not where you want to be.
exactly.
Again, though,
You know,
from the
it's-
top
it's-
there, where the commentary tower is, great spectating opportunities all the way down here. And this is the
when it
fastest
moves
part
on
of the
past
rallycross
this.
track as well, before the cars make the transition back onto the main circuit. And then you come
then
out
you
back
match
on
it. So this is
the
where
main
you've got the
circuit, and
Joker as
this,
well,
from previous
which the
experience, is where
British
cars
run.
tend
It's
to
the
get
big
a little bit
hairpin.
lively. From leaving the loose to come back onto the tarmac,
Spins
a little bit
around.
leary. Then they've got to make their mind up. What
So you've
do they
got
do
the right
towards the
up
airpin?
here,
Do they stay left to go
or
for the Joker
you've
lap,
got the Joker.
or do they dive right and head up the tri-oval?
So Joke's
So by this
interesting. You
time,
normally
the
have a
drivers have made their
chicane
mind
from
up. They've either
memory
gone round the hairpin
coming
for the
back on,
Joker
so you
lap,
can't
or
carry
they've
the
come up the
speed.
tri-oval behind us for a normal lap. Now, as you see, there's a lot of space back there. There's a very wide area of track. However, there'll be a chicane at the top of the tri-oval for the
so they
Joker
got a
lap
chicane,
cars,
so it takes
and there'll
out
be
that
a
element of
narrowing
trying to get
exit
an
from this
overlap
point,
with, you know,
because the cars will
keeping
get
the
forced over
speed
towards the right-hand side of the track.
moving.
So is that'll be like, because it's be like Catalonia, wouldn't it? Otherwise, so that's what they do there.
So yeah, for this one, bang a big chicane there, proper cuts you down, and you're not, you know, you haven't got that kind of Catalonia effect.
Yeah.
The bad thing is what it is. It's got a call. Obviously, BTIDA don't really run Jokers, so if anybody's going up at the end of what's next month, October, it'll probably be that first set of corners. And also, if you are going up, make sure to say hello, because I will be there. I'll be doing things with cameras and trying to talk to people. So, you know, say hello. So, yeah, a little bit about Knockhill. Like I said, there's not a lot of drivers who've gone on there. So if you take at the minute in the supercar, right, there is 1 point between the top 3 drivers. That's it. So you got Ollie O'Donovan, who's currently in the top. Ollie's driven there before, back in the day. Then you've got Roberts, Vittles. Now, he's never been there. He's done it on the sim, but there's only so much of that. You know, he can at least get kind of used to the track, but he's got to quickly get used to that. And then in third place on the same points as Vittles is Godfrey. Now, Godfrey's been there. Godfrey's won there countless times from memory. I was having a chat with Callum House recently about that, and he was doing some, you know, back checking on like just ridiculous. Steve Hill is going to be there. He's driven there before. Who else have we got? Yeah, Steve Hill, Godfrey, and O'Donovan. They've all done really well there. So I spoke to Vittles, and he was saying that he's really looking forward to it. Obviously, it's his first time. So it's really, you know, it's going to be very new for him. Not only is it his first season of a supercar, it's his first time on a damn track. He's saying, you know, done a couple laps around in the simulator, but the real feelings are going to come after that first run. He was saying the track looks really cool. It's quite fast, which it is. And the other thing with Knockhill, it's really dynamic. It's got a lot of undulation as well, which, you know, Liddon has some undulation. Pembury's sort of flat, you know, so it's a really, really nice track. I quite look forward to going up there actually next year.
Next month.
Yeah, next month. That's a good point. I will be there next year as well, but I'll also be there next month. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, and he's been watching some of the videos from 10 years ago, trying to kind of understand what they're doing and where they're doing, which I thought was really good of him. He's doing everything he can to try and prepare himself for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just hoping he can get his starts right, which obviously kind of crucial. You get stuck behind somebody on that loose section. It's not going to be easy to get through. So I think that'll be good. Godfrey's going to be someone to watch out for. He was on fire last time, so he'll be there. Supernational again. So Bleasdale's leading it, Jason Bleasdale. And again, never driven it. I didn't realize this is only his second year in bloody Rallycross as well. Crazy fool. 6 times British jet ski champion as well. So yeah, again, he's really looking forward to it. Look forward to the track, but it's just that got to really pick it up again. Be interesting to see what Wolowicz's BMW's like. He struggled at Pembrey, the big long wheelbase of that car, but he's got some mad power in it as well. So you got to think when he gets on that straight.
Yeah, he might struggle on dirt bit, but on straights,
because it's kind of narrow and going, but then again, I think that power will come into play on those straights. It'll be really good to see how that does, and obviously against the Exige of Page, Bellaby, and the VX220 of Jason. I'm not sure if he's got his new VX220 there. I think it's the one he's been working on. He has been driving, but he's also built a K-Series turboed one, which I'd sort of heard about from a couple of people, but then I'd seen recently on, I think it's LA Fabrication, have been doing some, the fabrication work for it. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. And that's going to sound wicked when he's running that. So yeah, there's 3 cars in it. I assume there's a few small entries, like the Super 600s, 3 cars again, so I wonder if they're going to group them. I think they'll be quite good. You've got Leeds Way, Lomax, Craig Lomax in the C1 in Stella. He's off up there. You've got Darren Scott and Phil Chicken. So, I think they'll be quite good. Didn't actually ask Craig if he'd driven that. I'm pretty sure he will have done. Probably should have asked him, should I? I didn't. And it kind of, it's the same sort of theme. If you take the minis, for instance, Steve Brown's leading that. He won he won both days at Pembrey. Again, he's never been to that track. When I was chatting to him, he was sort of saying he's hoping that kind of rallying background of quickly trying to understand and learn the track will kind of pay off for him a little bit. I think because the minis are, a relatively new class, although they're by far one of the most popular classes, I think there's going to be a lot of people who may well not have driven there, if they're not doing the BTRDA rounds. But you've also got a lot of people who've probably done the BTRDA rounds, so it might be interesting. And you've got Dave Bellaby back in the minis as well, so he sat out round 3 and 4. Drew's daughter was driving. She's taking the rest of the year off. She's had a baby, which was actually really cute, not gonna lie. And so he's back in the car. He's very experienced, so I reckon he could well. I mean, he sits 5th, and he's only driven 2 events, 2 rounds out of 4. So it kind of shows, if he does well, he's going to jump back up that table. And then we don't have any Group B 4-wheel drive retro, and there isn't any all 4 minis. But then you have got the normal retro class and the super retros. It's got quite a stacked super retro class. Barry Stewart's leading that in that. I remember that twin turbo Porsche from Lyddon. Absolute same thing. And then you've got Vince Bristow, the absolute legend. He's in second. he was saying he was kind of struggling with commitments to get up there, but hopefully he does get up there, because whenever you get to see him race, it's awesome. And he was saying actually that of everybody, he's probably got his eye on Ray Morgan. So Ray Morgan's got that Mark III Escort, the rear-wheel drive Mark III Escort. And
vaguely remember.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. And I think he's won the retro class 3 times, which technically makes him the most what's it called? The most successful retro rallycross driver of that series, basically. Thank you. There's a good job you're about, innit?
Well,
Yeah. John Cross is back as well. We, Miss Pembury in that Lancia Stratos. I think it's a rep.
Probably you don't see many actual real ones, do you?
And the absolute awesome bloke that is Dave Ewing. He, fortunately, BTRDA Pembury had to retire. That's that Mark III Fiesta, wide-bodied Evo engine, rear-wheel drive. Just mental bit of kit, really. It looks like stupid. It's so ridiculous. It's awesome. He's got that work fixed, but there was also other stuff for when they rolled it, the last British, that they didn't actually realise, and that was kind of unsettling the car. So they've, that's all back in there. Yeah, man, that should be really good to see. And then the RX 150s, bringing up there, Patrick O'Donovan. Obviously coming off, doing really quite well in RX2. So it should be, the supercars have got a decent lineup. There was rumours there was going to be quite a big entry for it. Unfortunately, that hasn't come to fruition. But you've got the minis and the super retros, got some nice big classics. I assume what they'll do is they'll probably put some of the others maybe together, like the Super 1600s and Supernationals and what have you. I'm not going to be there because I am at Rally Yorkshire this weekend.
You are indeed.
I'm seriously excited. Got me sent some new, I've forgotten what they're called.
Polarizing filters.
Yes, thank you.
Good job, I remember that.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Got my camera out, getting the batteries charged, so I'm excited to kind of get back on that. It's been a while, really, actually. And then, so hopefully that should be a good day. And then the British will try and do what we can. We've got the live streams, so we'll do some write-upping on it. Try and chat to people through the week afterwards, see what they've been saying, and let you all know.
Indeed.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
And then I suppose quickly, and we can't really ignore it, Nitro Rally Cross.
Indeed. I've already seen Bennett, whatever his first name, doing...
Ollie?
Yeah, doing jump, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like 100-foot gap jump. It looks like mental. It really does. It's an interesting, thing. Obviously, American doesn't have a big rallycross. No, it's getting more popular. In the past, it's had it was GRC, Global Rallycross Championship. Obviously, it was called Global because it's America. I'm only slightly being,
America's most important place. So
where is it? Because now I don't know a lot about the GRC. I know that there was a lot of failings with it. And you've kind of got Nitro being it's very similar in a lot of ways. So like the sort of setup of the racing is very different to Worlds or British or BTRDA. So you've got like battle rounds initially. Or initially you've got a single lap to get your speed of that up. And then you've got battle rounds. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, so you've got a solo single lap qualifying, which then determines the battle rounds. You've then got 1-on-1 like bracket style tournament. Every time you win one of them, you get a championship point. And that basically goes through. So at the end, you've got your top 2 qualifiers for the next day. So when you go on to the next day, you've then got two races of, I think it's going to be 8 cars each in this one. They battle it out. Top 2, they will go off into the sort of the final. Then you've got the rest of them 12. They then go into another. Yes, they go into the semis then. And that's 2 5-lap races. Top 2 from that go into the final again. And then everybody else who's left has a last chance qualifier. So that is, again, the top 2 from that then progress to the final. So there's quite a few,
quite a lot of races, really.
There's quite a lot going on. It's going to be a quick turnaround. You're going to have a 10-car final. Don't actually know how many laps the final is. It might just be 5. I know GRC, I think, used to go to... It's gone. It's left the building. I'm not sure. Something. Yeah, don't know. Apologies, guys. I tried. It's just whatever, innit? So, yeah, I want to speak with some people who are a bit more knowledgeable on GRC stuff. So, Steve White, who's a photographer, I posted up in the Facebook group, link down below, people, about a post that Dirtfish had put up of Kenneth Hansen on the World RX and Nitro RX, living together. Not that, because everybody's doing this all world, or a lot of people have, I should say, WRX is dead, Nitro's taken over, and you've got a lot of people, obviously, it's not the European style of rallycross. It's not true rallycross, it's more the extreme sportsy sort of stuff. It's very over the top.
Well, you'd expect that, wouldn't you?
Not going to lie, if I had the opportunity to drive that, I'd do it like that, because
you'd take the opportunity at anyone, wouldn't you, though? So
yeah, just putting that out there. Yeah. So it's interesting. Steve White was, he had a few points on the GRC and the X Games sort of style for that. But the thing they do have is they have Travis Pastrana. He's got big backing behind him. You've got some big people on this event. And, Travis has been saying, everybody's going to be listened to. It's not going to be just like, this is what's happening tough.
Yeah.
And next year, they plan to do 10 rounds and come to Europe. So, I'm not sure where. Obviously, I'm hoping for the UK.
Of course.
I do believe they've been in talks with places like Latvia and what have you. I'm sure the Scandinavian countries, because obviously Rallycross is massive over there.
Yeah.
So if we do hear any more on that we're allowed to kind of talk about, we will. But can you imagine Liddon with a massive gap jump?
Yeah, it'd be
a bigger jump than the exit of the Joker. Be cool, man.
I don't know where they'd put it, but yeah, it'd be
I don't know where they put it. Oh, imagine coming down the hill. Massive jump coming down the hill. You'd just be dead. Sit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be
coming that fast into
one,
that right-hander at the bottom. It's a huge jump halfway down. But yeah. But yeah, it's got some big drivers as well. Obviously, Liam Duran's over there. It's Cartel with Larson this year. Backerud's got a drive. He's in a Subaru. That's for the first 2 rounds, I believe. But it's open for the rest. Fingers crossed. Oliver Ericsson, Kevin Ericsson, Tanner Faust, the Hansons are there. My man Fraser McConnell, slightly biased. Scott Speed, who's was the American champion. Pastrana, Ken Block. So, yeah, man, it's Cabot Bingham as well. He's quick, and I tell you who else is going to fry. I think come really do well is also Steve Arpin. Arpin even. He's not in his Fiesta. He's in an Audi. He seems, So I think it's going to be. I'm looking for. Oh, and Ollie Bennett. Forgot about Ollie Bennett. We've already talked about him anyway, haven't we? I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what it's about. It's got Coley on the comms, so it's going to be good from that aspect. It's going to be a lot better than Worlds.
Probably by the sounds of it.
Wrong lap and wrong name and just a completely different person than the actual person who's driving the car. But it's the only downside of Worlds because there's nothing wrong with anything else of it. It's great. Just need to sort the comps need to work hard. Just saying. So it's this big weekend for Rallycross, man. Big weekend.
A lot going on, isn't there?
It is. And I'm going rallying instead. Why not? Love the rallying. It's not indeed. So happy times. It's all good. And maybe do what we did last time, and we'll watch a little final of the British.
I think we should. That was good last time.
Yeah, we'll have a little watch of that. I'll talk through that and go through the results a little bit. Plus, then we'll have BTIDA as well at Brighton to look forward to weekend after, which your boy will be at. So that's it. Lots going on this weekend. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to try and delve into some Nitro Rally Cross, but I'm going to need your guys' help because I am not from the GRC era and there's only so much back research I can do. So I'm going to try and reach out to some people and maybe we can come up with some stuff, constructive. What do we think is going to happen with it? Should be cool. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it is, so we're not doing it.
Fair enough.
I think it was just some news, but I've forgotten. Not going to lie. That's it, really. You got anything?
No
rally. Well, there you go, peeps.
Thank you for tuning in, as always, if you've lasted this long.
Yeah, man, I've talked a bit long, haven't I? Do apologise.
I did the same, so...
Yeah, true, Be right. But, everybody, stay safe, look after yourselves, stay well.
Indeed.
We've got a couple of vlogs, hopefully, of the rally. We'll see what I can do with that. A couple of Blighton coming up. Need to get to the BMW soon. We've also got some interesting things possibly coming with that. Fingers crossed. And yeah, we're on it, peeps. So we'll be back Wednesday.
Indeed, yeah. We shall.
Stream. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See you later.
Everybody. Let us know what you think. Any thoughts, NRX? Get in there. If you're up at there this weekend, drop me a message. Let me know what's going on. Yeah. Love it.
See you later.
See you later, everybody.